Hey guys and gals, Pat over here, Fellsmere Fishing Headquarters. Two of the best guides out there, Captain Steve, Captain Mike, Holland Bass Guide Service, and what's the name of yours? Big Bass Adventures.
FL Big Bass Adventures.
FL Big Bass Adventures.
We all got bass
Just
in our name, don't we?
Yeah, guys. Hey, we got a lot to talk about, man. A lot of changes going on, man. A lot of low water. Headwaters was shut down for a couple weeks. They were doing maintenance to the ramp, and I think, did they do any work in the parking lot? Did anybody notice?
They had dirt in it.
I know they had dirt in there.
I think they filled a few of them holes where they were tall.
Yeah. Well, the fish got a break for a couple weeks. Whether that's going to be a good thing or not remains to be seen. I would assume that it would, not having the pressure on it for a couple weeks. Lake Garcia is really low. A lot of guys calling about it, and we've had to resort to the other lakes because of headwaters being closed. And Garcia has been fishing really good. Now there's been a lot of guys tearing up having some damage to their boats because of the low water. Some guys just don't know how to run it. I mean, it's a little tricky. And running up that along 512 and going up to the north end, I mean, that's really not an option right now. It's really low, and now it's covered with hyacinth as well. So you can only run that south shore to get out there. I'll probably change in the next couple of days, but as of right now, that's the way it is. As a matter of fact, we've canceled our tournament this weekend on Garcia, so the Extreme will not be taking place there on Saturday, and nor will the Sunday Fun Day. We will have one on Blue Cypress on Saturday, and that's been fishing really good also, by the way. There's been a lot of guys catching some good quality fish on Blue Cypress here lately. And I talk to Roy Bass all the time, and he does a lot of guiding out there. The fishing has been really, really good on the outside edges of that Kissimmee grass, the mouth of the M40 canal, and fishing down around Pageant has been really good. So keep that in mind. If you're, because I don't recommend you go out to Garcia until that water comes up a little bit. Unless some of these guys know how to run it. But Garcia is fishing good. Take a kayak out there. Stick Marsh. I've been fishing Stick Marsh a lot. The fishing is decent. On the north end has been really good. Fishing that channel that runs along the levee. That new vegetation line has been real good. Just flipping and frogging. Southeast corner, the spillway, there's still plenty of fish there. The shell beds have not been producing. I mean, I couldn't catch them there. I fished that new bull rush. Didn't have much luck fishing that either. So it's just pretty much that north end has been the most productive. And I haven't been out on headwaters. What's going on out there, guys, as of yesterday?
Well, I was out yesterday, had a trip yesterday. We caught a lot of fish. It was a shiner trip. We caught a lot of fish. Caught some good quality fish. I think we caught in the 50s, just under 6 hours yesterday. The boat ramp is better. Thank land management for working on that, fixing those potholes.
Yeah.
They concreted, like after you come up off the ramp, they concreted the flat surface out there where all the holes were. They reconcreted that.
Wow.
So it's very usable. It's very nice looking. So we appreciate land management for doing that for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's been some spraying going on, but it's not horrific. I rode from the north to the very south part of the lake, from the dugout area or the 88 ditch south of there. It don't even look like they touched it, but I talked to you yesterday, and I guess they kind of touched on that a couple years ago, so they really didn't mess with that. So all those good areas down there are still untouched with any type of spray or anything like that. The north end is all brown. All the hydrilla is topped out is brown. They've sprayed that, but
Rain will help that. It'll just go away.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, and we do need a lot of rain. But I'm kind of excited right now because it's that time of year again where FL Big Bass Adventures, we try to give back a little bit when we get the time to, and so on. So we're going to give out a couple free trips this year.
Oh yeah.
So if you guys are interested in a free trip, free fully guided bass fishing trip, you got to like and subscribe to Fellsmere Fishing HQ, and I'm going to go off that list, and we're going to draw out names for it. We're going to do 2 of them. As of right now, We talked about it the other day. As of right now, I'm gonna do one trip with one person, and then we're gonna do a second trip. We're gonna use 2 boats, so we're gonna be able to draw up 2 people, up to maybe 3 people with 2 boats. So remember, like and subscribe, and you're automatically entered to win one of these trips. And like I said, it's fully guided. We're going to produce everything other than maybe something that you want to eat. Everything else will be handed to you to use.
Perfect.
You know, so
Beautiful.
We're just going to give back a little bit when we get a chance, and that's what we're doing. So you need to follow these videos and follow us, like and subscribe, and you know, we're going to start this here soon. I'll be sure to let everybody know. So stay up to date with us on that. But other than that, you know.
And we just, all we have to do is like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. You're in, Mikey.
Yeah. What you been doing, Mikey?
I have been fishing Three Forks pretty much exclusively. I'll start with Kenansville. I went to Kenansville about 3 weeks ago, and it was fun. It was great. It was just fishing good with a bunch of hydrilla and a bunch of really good hyacinths. Weren't like packed real tight, but you could punch them good. I went out there this weekend, and it looked like what was that Vietnam movie where they just nuked everything?
Yeah.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning. That one, whatever.
Right.
But every bit of hydrilla. Well, there's some hydrilla left, but due to the low water, there's a lot of topped out that died. But they sprayed every piece of hyacinth. I mean, and it just looks like giant brown mats everywhere.
Wow.
Now, I did catch fish. I found, you know, if you kind of go around and you still find some clean water, go into some of them pockets and you'll find them. It's kind of hard to get to the south side. That's where the water was good. But we had some 5s and 6s and a lot of 3s and whatevers. But, I mean, I was shocked because I told the guy, you know, we're going to go kill it, we're going to go punch. And I look at that grass, I'm thinking, ugh. You know, and we had to move off and go into where there was some kind of the dead brown crab that got lodged up on hydrilla, and then we just kind of punched the hydrilla.
Yeah.
Right.
But topwater bite was good there real early. It was good till about 10. It was a little cloudy, one of them cloudy days. So till about 10 it was good. By noon we were baked. But Three Forks is still just surprising. You know, it's hard. It's not as low as everything else, but I wouldn't take a motorboat there. You know, I mean, I'm in my airboat, but there's some guys out there in mud boats. There's some guys out there in like little skiff boats.
Right.
But I wouldn't take nothing with a 250 on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's like in the main canal, there's still logs that are in the canal, and I hit them in my airboat, so I know it messed somebody up. I did take one day, and I just kind of putzed around at Stick Marsh, and had a decent day. Nothing big, but a lot of little fish, 3-pounders, 2-pounders. But I found them over on the west side. Remember where I told you, kind of over
Yes.
this? You don't fish up next to the bank, kind of pull off the bank, and I was just weaving in and out with my side scan. I mean my forward facing stuff until I found them, and they're kind of grouped up offshore. The land isn't straight; it's got all these dips, and they're in those dips of where they're like mini points, really, is what it is, and they're in the dips out there. That's pretty much it. I'm fishing headwaters this week, and I'm fishing Three Forks one day this week. So I don't know. Fishing's good. It's just hot,
Yeah.
you know. And they're if you're fishing past noon, you're a hero.
Yeah.
That'll be me tomorrow. I got an 8-hour trip tomorrow. Artificial.
I couldn't do it.
That's
But
But I
they're
mean,
using,
we're gonna catch them.
they're eating everything. I mean, jerk bait, rattle trap bite's been real good. Bloop baits, any kind of bloop bait on top, twin prop baits, pop shad, that new one that guy invented,
Yeah.
and then a worm bite, just a worm bite, pretty much dead sticking a worm.
Mm-hmm.
As it gets later in the day.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
dead sticking, and a fluke, like just dead sticking them, and the if you can get out there, the cuts in Satori's, especially because we've had wind, it's setting up their currents, and you're getting a little good action there after the morning bite. And the eelgrass is everywhere. It's popping up all over the lake, which is good.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's still fun. I mean, that's. But there's nobody out there. There's me and like one other boat, or me and 2 other boats.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I mean, you have to have the right boat to get out there, and
Yeah, it's good fishing. Really good.
yeah. Well, you know who to call if y'all want to go out to go fish the
Yeah, we
Tories.
did. We got one that was right at 9.
Yeah.
That was a fluke how we even got that fish in the boat. But I mean, it was like a kerfuffle from the start. The trolling motor got stuck on go, and we're zooming around in a circle, and I'm hitting the button, and the guy's like doing this over the flag, and he's doing this over the flag, and it's jumping and it's terrorizing, and it's only like that deep of water, so it's terrorizing. Finally, I just ran up and unplugged the trolling motor, and we ended up right in front of the fish. He goes, dude, that was awesome.
Yeah,
No.
it's a lot of fun right
Pay
there.
attention.
Yep. So that's about it. I'm glad to hear. The good news. I mean, and you did mention that west side of Stick Marsh. I took my son out the one day, Father's Day. He and I, or the day before Father's Day, he and I went out and we did find. You're right, on that west side.
Mhm.
There was a good gaggle of fish, and mostly rattle trap.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that west side was producing.
One thing else I'm going to mention real quick is we've been doing a lot of work here at the shop too.
Yeah.
And you know, we have cleared some stuff out of the back here. So if you're planning on coming down over the winter time or whatever like that, and you want boat storage, we have more of it.
Yeah.
So we're going to kind of put in a system to be able to better park these boats where people can get in and out a little bit easier. You know, we've moved some stuff, taken some stuff out, opened the area up, so it's going to be a little bit more accessible for you. So. Also, keep us in mind on that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, everything's moving along right now.
Upgraded our shiner tank situation, our aeration. Yeah, it's going good. We'll
Yep.
be ready.
We upgraded too. We're doing people now. We've been like having people stay, and we've got a 32-foot RV that's got everything, and it's reasonably priced, especially if you looked at cost of a motel room.
Right.
And you can park your boat out front without getting robbed. You
Yeah.
can stare at my fish in my pond. Don't fish for them. You can play with my dogs, and you're close to both lakes. You're close
Yeah.
to anywhere.
Right down the street.
But it's safe.
Yeah.
So, just saying.
And
Remember-
you hang out with Mike.
Yeah. Remember, everybody, like and subscribe to this channel. Get entered in for these free trips because they're coming.
Yeah.
So just stay tuned, and we'll keep you up to date on them.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.